Hello and welcome to Cosmos. My name's Lucy and join me and my friends Tom, Charlie and Troy as we set our way amongst the stars.
The sliding doors open and they push you inside. In front of you is a large, cloaked figure. And although you don't recognise them because they're turned away from you, unless you have that special ability that allows you to look on the other side of people who are turned away from you and recognise them immediately. However,
No, I don't got that one.
I was going to say the hair on the back of your neck stands up, but I take that back. You're bald all over. Goosebumps on your skin.
Goosebumps. Are they booba shaped?
No, they're not. In fact, you'd probably say they're humanoid. You can say that.
They're humanoid.
That's right. And they turn around, and you still don't recognise them. That's a man. You feel beads of sweat building on your brow.
Ooh.
You feel a sense of dread, but you don't know why. Merry December.
Aye, that be my name.
Welcome to the Boo Barge. It's a pleasure to have you on board.
It's a pleasure to be here. You?
I have waited many years to come face to face with you again.
Aye.
Ever since you and Silt decided to come and rob me of my most precious prize.
Aye. Yes. Your prize. Well, if you want it back, you'll set me free.
Oh, Mary, you silly, silly boy. You know you can't give me back my prize. And he leans in really close. She's dead.
Oh my god, I actually did get shivers there.
Oh no.
I do something. Here's what I do. When he whispers that in my ear, I'm gonna make a jump of logic here and figure that this is the man I've been looking for, and this is the man that is the reason my sister is dead. Merry December. So, previously, I had eaten
Previously.
a food.
You had the pan-fried and the cromadan.
The croc-madan.
Something else. That's the one.
The cromadan. the cromadan.
Croc madam.
Oh, yeah, it's Croc Madam. Alligator Lady.
Not the food that I ate. The story. That's the thing.
Ah, yes, the one you're holding in your mind.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna say, after he says that reminds me of a tale. And he probably wouldn't know about my new powers because I got them after she died.
He takes like a half step back. What are you implying, Mary?
Once upon a time, there was a brute, bolstering, badass, bardic beast who would do nothing except take his revenge. Nothing could stop him. Nothing could slow him down. And when the time came, he would knock this target to... This isn't a good story, but here's what's happening. Boom! And each creature of the target's choice it can see within 30 feet must make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes thunder damage equal to 3 rolls of your bardic inspiration die and is knocked prone.
Now you say each of the creatures in your... that you can see?
Yep, so any of the boobas within 30 feet and that guy.
So you've got one behind you, one kind of in front of / next to you, and you've got the guy in front of you. Mm-hmm. You going for all 3?
Yeah.
Troy, before
Yes?
combat starts, can I ask how far away Lucy and I are?
You're probably 10 to 15 minutes away.
Okay.
You're getting closer by the second.
Yeah. I was just hoping we could get there during combat at least. But
Yeah,
we
not
won't.
close enough for combat.
So as I release my tail, a huge thunderous blast is heard throughout the ship.
Mm-hmm. You want to know what I rolled?
Yeah.
The guy got 17. The boobar behind you got 15. The boobar in front of you rolled a nat 1.
Okay, so the boobas fail, the guy doesn't, but he still takes half damage. And both of the boobas are knocked prone.
Damn.
And 10 damage, 5 for Mystery Man.
Can you describe how it hits Soledad?
The
guy.
It comes out of me like a concussive sort of blast, and it spreads throughout the ship. The 2 closer booba knock over, and he's probably just like, he feels it pass over him, but he stands strong because he obviously had taken a step back and prepared for it.
Yeah, so he
Prepared
kind
for
of
something.
steadied himself.
Yeah.
Those boo bars topple over, and you know those toys where the weight is in the bottom of their body and they don't have legs, and if they topple over, they fling
Weebles
back
wobble,
up?
but they don't fall down.
That's the one.
Sorry for yelling.
It's not able to do that, obviously, because they do have legs, but when they fall, they kind of, like, roll in, like, little circles, like their legs in the center, and they're just kind of rolling around. Woo, bah!
They're so fucking cute. I love them.
Ooh, new powers, I see, Mary. Well, I hope you're prepared for what we have in store for you. I never get tired of this battle, and I'm sure this time won't disappoint either.
Booba.
Is that you challenging, rolling initiative? Is that what you're doing there?
That's me eating some scorpion and rolling initiative. And I say, my compliments to the chef. I got a 13.
13. And he also rolled 13.
My dex is 14.
You can go first.
Troy hasn't got stats for this guy.
What?
Before him, I transform into the horrifying skeletal creature, and I say, plenty of new powers indeed, thanks to Mary herself. I spider climb up the wall
Nice.
with my scorpion thing, and from the ceiling I blast 2 agonizing eldritch blasts. First one is probably not going to hit. That is a 9.
Doesn't hit.
And the next one is an 18.
That hits.
Okay. 13 damage as he takes a big old necrotic blast of energy from atop the ceiling.
Damn. He collapses to a knee and looks up at you. This is going to be fun.
He also has to make a wisdom saving throw.
12.
12?
Yep.
He's frightened.
Okay. This is going to be fun.
You look
Yes.
nervous. Is it the bones?
They just remind me of someone. He's going to begin his turn by going, Boobars, assemble! And then he's going to pull out a rapier. Or he already had it on him, is what I meant to say. And he tries to leap up and slash at you.
Because he's frightened. He can't.
Oh,
get any
he's
closer.
frightened. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you,
gutting.
Tom.
No worries.
From the ground, he waves his sword at you in a slashing motion, but he's clearly not going to hit you with it. He really is just hoping that these boobars are going to arrive by his next turn.
Perfect.
That's the end of his turn.
Alright.
So frightened means they can't, like, go towards you, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Can I give slightly metagamey advice because I'm not there?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of there. Just run away. You're on such low health. And that's the
Lucy.
end of my advice. This has been Lucy's advice column.
Lucy.
Write in,
Listen to
get your own
Lucy.
advice.
In a normal situation, I would be taking that advice. But this is the man that I believe has killed my sister.
Fair enough.
So, 2 more agonizing eldritch blasts from the ceiling. 22
Yep, that hits.
and a nat 20. Whoa!
Damn, yeah, those managed to hit.
I am going fucking ham on this guy. I am blasting every amount of energy I can muster. So the first one is 10 damage,
Nice.
and the second one, which I'm putting my bonus necrotic damage on, and that will be doubled from the nat 20.
None of these are affected by your food in terms of extras now, or not?
How long does the D4 last, Lucy?
1 minute.
Okay, so
Oh.
no more of that. But 38 damage on that second blast.
Oh, fucking hell. Okay.
Man, I'm glad you
And-
didn't do that to me.
And a wisdom saving throw, please.
Yeah. I'm going to safely assume that a 6 doesn't beat that.
No. So he is again frightened after that huge hit he takes in. I'm gonna jump down from the ceiling and like get right up in his face and be like, "You left my sister for dead. You left me with your debts. Your debt today is repaid."
Oh.
Charlie, I'm just have to say this. So proud of you for getting into attack range for story purposes. Like, Charlie's beaten the metagame allegations.
I loved her, Mary. You know that as well as I. Why else would you have been the best man at our wedding? Think about it. But
Do I
because
remember
of
that?
you, she died. When he says it, you have a brief flash of, like, being really happy seeing Mary and this guy together, and then it disappears as quickly as it came.
That can't be true. Otherwise, what has this been all about? No, I say nay.
You may say nay, but that doesn't make it untrue. And the sliding door opens and 3 more boobas wobble out.
Okay. He's currently frightened of me as well. So just
He is.
take that into
He's
account.
still staggering back, like trying to like inch backwards, but obviously, as you said, you're inching forwards on top.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
But I am in range this time.
Yep. The boobas have just entered, so I'm not going to give them a move here, obviously, which unfortunately means it's back to you.
No, you can hit him.
Oh, I can hit
You
him.
just get
Yeah.
It's you just can't move towards him, but you can hit him because
Yeah.
he's right in your face. But it would
Okay.
be disadvantage, or is it not?
A frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight, and the creature
Okay.
can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear. So yeah, disadvantage.
Fuck. He starts swinging his rapier at you wildly, and with a 5, I'm going to assume safely that that's not going to hit you. He's kind of like, he's almost blindly reaching out, but he is,
Yeah.
yeah.
One of them, like probably he thinks he stabs me, but it just goes through the space in my ribs.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Gross.
What's he wearing? Oh, never mind. I don't have the spell slots for that. Never mind.
Okay.
But what is he wearing? He's wearing his cloak.
He's in a large black cloak. You can see a silver pendant hanging from his neck. You can see that he's got like, what are they called? Not gauntlets on the, like, on his forearms. You know, he's got like light armor on, but the cloak has been covering most of him. He's a rather handsome looking dude. You wouldn't be mad if your sister started shacking up with him.
Yeah, I guess just two more Eldritch Blasts is what I can do at this minute.
Great.
And as I'm walking towards him, I'm like, I remember a wedding, and I remember the most important part of any wedding. Till death do ye part. And I blast twice more. 26
Hits.
and 21.
Oh yeah, that hits.
11, 28 total.
Oh, okay, not 11 and 28.
Yeah.
The Eldritch blasts go straight into him, through him, around him, everything. You see his eyes roll back as he just says, "I will avenge Merry December," and then collapses and does his first death save, which he fails.
I kneel down next to his body.
Behind you, all of the boobas kind of like freeze, seeing their leader go down. Booba?
I whisper into his unconscious ear, "No, mate. Vengeance be mine." And I blast 2 more Eldritch Blasts into his unconscious body.
Those 2 Eldritch blasts go straight into Soledad, and as it happens, you remember his name is Soledad, and he dies.
When I whisper that into his ear, I'm holding my hand against his chest and just fucking point blank blast 2 into him. Probably like rupturing shit and blasting shit all over my hand. And I stand up and I kind of feel like empty, like I know there's enemies behind me, but I'm like not concerned right now. And I just I whisper, I'm like, Did I do it, Mary? Is that what you wanted?
Can you do a real quick religion roll?
4?
Oh, doll.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate to see it.
Here I was preparing for a nice heartwarming moment where maybe you actually heard Mary's voice. But you know what? You say that and like you're really hoping that you do hear or feel some sort of like recognition, or not recognition, but you know, like a validation that you've done what you set out to do and like feel some sort of at ease. Then you don't. You feel nothing.
Okay, I start like sort of mumbling to myself, here I am. I looked to the stars like you said. I found Soledad. Didn't I do what ye wanted? Is this not what I'm here for? And then I just kneel down next to him, releasing my form of dread. And I just sort of sit there for a while.
As you kneel, you hear an unusual sound behind you, like a little bit of clambering. And looking over your shoulder, you see that each of the boobas squat down, their legs, like... Y'all seen a chicken sit down?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. The boobas do that, where their legs kind of like, not like curl up inside them, but they like engulf their own legs in just like a squat, you know?
Yeah.
Cats do it too, where they their little paws up inside themselves, but not.
Loaf mode.
Each of the boobas who entered the room, you see each of them squat down and slowly, boo-ba, 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 they just start weeping. And you can see the tears are matting their fur, and they just really do look so upset that their leader is down.
I grab the silver pendant from his neck, and like tear it off, and then just walk out the way I remember.
Past the boobas.
Past the boobas. I ain't got nothing to say to them.
They kind of turn to you, but they're mainly focused on mourning. And you begin your wandering back down the corridors.
And as I'm wandering, I open up or examine the pendant.
Inside it is a photo of Mary December, smiling, happy, in one side, and on the other side, Soledad, happy and smiling. Your eyes, I don't know if they do fill with tears, but this is the first time you've seen your sister smiling in a very long time.
Yeah, I'm definitely teary-eyed right now.
And seeing it, you get a flash of a memory. You and Silt planning a heist to steal your sister Mary December away from Soledad. You don't remember why. You can't quite remember how. But you remember agreeing with Silt that you need to remove your sister from in his company.
What are ye trying to tell me, sister? This is a lot.
And at that moment, the research ship enters. Lucy, what range are you needing?
60 feet for telepathy.
Oh yeah, you guys are now within your 60 feet, and you are quickly approaching the boobage and the remnants of the Atlas.
We park up, I assume.
You sure can.
As that's happening, I'm just going to the room where I remember the other chef and at that point Silt are, and I just want to like check on them. But yeah, go ahead with the other stuff.
Well, they got dragged away from that original room, and you didn't see where they were taken by the other boobas. But you will have made it back to that landing room. Charlie, if you'd like to jump up to level 16, you absolutely can. Wait,
16?
Sorry. I
What?
had in front of me
6
15.
levels?
No, sorry, my bad. Do not jump up to level 16.
Charlie, you can jump up to level 20 if you want, and you
know
can
what, I don't-
take 6 epic boons.
I don't fucking care, Charlie. Just go ahead, do it. No, don't. You can go up a level.
The second we're parked up, because I imagine Quisler Malloy. Yeah, I imagine Quisler's a decent enough driver to figure that one out. I jump out and I sprint over to Mary and I pull you up in a big hug. Glad to see you alive, because what I could see from so far away was quite harrowing, to put it gently.
I sort of flinch reflexively at first, and then I see it is the older you, and I'm like, oh, it's good to see a friendly face.
I step out of the ship, and I'm like, are you safe?
I do be now.
Did you beat this whole shit by yourself or something?
What? Yeah, what happened?
It's quite the tale.
You've always been good at telling stories, mate.
Well, we love you anyway.
Here's what transpired. Basically, I popped in, saw me body, talked to it for a bit, learned some things, You guys fought me. I fought some
Hey?
boobas. What's up?
Us like the past us.
Yeah.
The one me and Chef saw in the visions.
The other yous, they came at me, and I had to defend myself. I knocked you out. I didn't kill yous. But I don't think that would have even affected ye, because there I was dead already, you know. And then there was some boobas, and then I killed a man.
Who?
Soledad, be his name, and he is the one responsible, I believe, for me sister Mary December's death. So, I kind of like did the thing I've been trying to do for the past while.
And how do you feel?
I feel like I'm not finished, and that might have not been what she wanted me to do.
Sprigs walks up to Mary, slaps him on the arm, and sort of goes, "Mate, I'm sure it's just the positivity's not setting you. I mean, you should be elated. You've done it. Your goal's done. You can go back to regular life and that. Like,
Well, that should be the case. But I feel as though if it were, I'd feel so much more relief. And these powers that I have were given to me for a task. They're not just something I get to keep, but I still have them.
Well, maybe he's like us. Maybe there's more of him. You know, maybe he's not dead. So hunt can continue. But I reckon, I mean, well done. You know, you did it. Not a scratch on you, except for a couple stab wounds here and there.
Yeah.
I'll use cure wounds on you.
Oh, thank you.
No worries, buddy. You get 8 health back.
Sweet.
So, what is this ship? What was it doing?
From what I can tell, this ship was attacking our ship because Soledad here had a similar goal to me. He mentioned that he wanted revenge because it was under his belief that I was responsible for Mary's death. So he was seeking us out to kill me.
Oh.
But you couldn't be responsible for Mary's death, mate, because I mean, why would she give you the powers if you were responsible, eh? Doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. That just don't track, as they say. And
Probably lying just to try and fuck with you, try and make you feel like
Yar.
everything's wrong.
I believe also that somewhere in this ship be your past selves or your other selves.
Well, what should we do about that?
I mean, if those versions of us attacked you, Mary, maybe they're not good?
Yeah, I remember specifically other Sprigs, more towards his Silt persona, saying to me, "Didn't we just kill ye?" before the battle started.
Interesting.
But also, when I saw us, and it was the three of us, and you were gone, we were like crying. So I assume we didn't want it to go like that. But I don't know. We could find them and just ask. Is that weird? Is it weird that I want to find them and just ask?
I might take a little step back when you guys ask, like a considerable distance. I don't want to get into another fight.
Fair enough.
I've just done 2 big fights on my own, and I'm out of almost everything I can do.
Listen, to be honest, I don't really feel like beating myself. So...
Wait, this is Soledad's ship, right?
Yar.
And you both? Oh, no, I don't know about that. Wait, do I know that Mary would have been here? Okay, here's the metagame version of what Lucy is trying to say. If you guys had done a heist to try steal Mary back, and yet your memory was prompted from being on this ship, Mary's room would be somewhere here.
Just so that for ease of information, I'll be like, there was another thing. When I killed him, I remembered a memory. It was of us, Sprigs, on a job. Or planning a job.
Did a few of those?
It was us stealing Mary from Soledad.
The heist that the boys did to try steal Mary back from Soledad, was it on this ship?
On the boo barge?
Yeah.
No.
Ah.
I am sending all three of you a message right now. Do not share the contents of those messages with each other yet. Was there any other questions, or...?
Mary, have you found a lot of your memories are missing?
Yar. I can't quite place how I came to the conclusion, or what it was that Soledad did. Whether it was abandoning her during a sickness, there might have been some sort of poisoning. I don't remember how me sister passed anymore.
Let's, look around. I don't think... if it's someone huge from your past, we should, know, right? I want more answers.
There are still the creatures wandering about this ship, and they're quite distraught over the loss of their supposed leader. He lies dead in... I draw up a quick map in this room here. I didn't do any exploring other than that room, but that's where you find him.
I reckon I'm gonna split up and look around and see what I can find. Alright?
Sam.
Mary, might be best for you to stay here and rest, but do whatever you want. Alright?
Yar, I'm just gonna stay here and think about a few things.
I give him a pat on the shoulder. Right,
I was afraid of seeing you all again. Sort of afraid of what I might do after having just fought ye, but in fact it's quite comforting to have the real ones back, if I may say.
I give him a little smile, and I'm like, we ain't gonna kill you again, buddy.
No chance.
I'm gonna try and stealth around the ship, is my plan, so...
We'll start going the same way, because I want to chat to you for a bit as well.
Okay.
Goodbye, Charlie.
Bye.
As we're walking away, Sprigs, once we're out of earshot for Mary, I say to you, you have to tell him the truth.
That's real easy for you to say, Jeff. Real easy for you to say. But I'll tell him the truth when it's the last option. I'm not gonna... He's been through enough today.
He is driving himself mad with trying to figure out what he can do to feel better. I
can tell you for a fact that no matter what he finds out it's me, it's not going to make him feel better. It's going to make him feel worse. It's all going to it'll all come crumbling down. And I can't have that happen.
There's no easy options. But, I don't know.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, but I can't do it. Not yet. Not today.
And I don't say anything else, and I just kind of walk away and continue exploring the ship.
Yeah, and I'm going to start stealthing.
Are one of you taking the map drawn by...
I do.
Nice.
I guess I don't.
Do you want to go first, Tom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello, Tom.
You want me to roll a stealth check?
Could I quickly check with you? Did you guys leave Quisler and Flimblorp on the ship? What happened there?
We left them on the ship.
Nice.
I'm going to do a stealth check.
Yeah, please.
Oh, a 3. That's a 16 total?
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, you're doing pretty well. You managed to, despite your giant bugbear form, you do manage to, find shadows aboard the ship that you can kind of stealth between. You kind of loom in doorways.
That's what bugbears are good at, mate.
Yeah. Is there anything specific you're looking for or trying to find the scent of or anything like that?
Yes, Troy. What I am looking for is I am looking for the clones of ourselves, so that I can kill them so they cannot spread any more information to Charlie.
Oh, shit. Fair. Well, if you want to roll anything to try and, locate them.
Investigation, maybe?
Yeah.
I'm not really good at that. What about... perception doesn't make any sense. I'll do investigations. It's I'm going to choke this roll so hard. I've got a -1 to intelligence. I got a 10.
You do think that you pick up on the faint scent of yourself going off in one of the directions, and you are able to pinpoint exactly which direction that is.
Okay.
Yeah, so you start heading off in that direction.
Yep, for sure.
You start going down these corridors, and they all look the same, but thankfully you've locked onto the scent of yourself. And as you keep wandering, every now and again you see a boo bar kind of wobbling their way down a corridor, but you are able to stealth past them, whether that's clinging into the shadows or hiding inside doorways.
Or even just slinking along the floor.
So just that worm thing where they just slide along the ground completely inconspicuously. Yeah, that.
Yeah. One of them stands on me and I pretend to be a bear rug and they're like, oh my god,
Booba!
booba.
Is there anything else you want to do as you travel?
Not really. I'm kind of just like on a mission. I'm not looking for like anything beyond this. I just want to quell this information source and stop it, basically.
Yeah. Well, as you travel into yet another large room, you see cages and cages of boobas. As if they've been herded there like cattle. There's far too many inside each of the cages, and they do just look like they're squatting and hobbled on top of each other, shoved in there as tightly as they can be packed, and they're all just crying the same sad booba, booba. And then in one cage down the far end, you can see the unconscious body of Chef Hands and Sprigs Gently, as well as Rucksack.
Okay. Do I have any... I'm a poisoner, and we've been over that I have some types of poison beyond the one that I have. We had a paralyzing poison, I think, maybe.
Yeah.
Would I have any, like, extremely deadly poisons at all? Like, something that I could use to kill these guys without putting a hole in them? Like, maybe ricin or something like that?
Tara gave you the opportunity to pack anything you think you would need. If you think this is something that Sprigs or Silt would have used in the past for things, then I imagine you would have brought it along as a last case, kind of like a, you know...
He'd have his poisoning kit, so maybe I could do a roll to see if I can create a deadly poison. I feel like it's unfair for me to just say, I just happen to have this deadly poison that I need. So I will roll... I think I'm proficient in my poisoning kit, so I'll just roll plus proficiency. Okay.
Yeah, that's all good with me.
I got a 16.
Yeah, and I mean,
create a deadly poison.
With the narrative you gave of being so like aggressively putting poison on your blades and stuff like that, I would say that all in all, yes, you are able to concoct a very poisonous poison.
Yeah, I don't think I should kill Rucksack.
Yeah.
Because Rucksack doesn't have the information.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will kill. Oh wait, no, I wanted to talk to them first. Yeah, I'll kind of shake Silt awake.
Yes, Silt wakes up.
Hey mate, it's me, you.
Oh, great.
I need you to.
I always love talking to me. I mean you.
I need you to tell me what you know.
You expect me to tell you what I know that you don't know? Well, mate, you're really kind of barking up the wrong tree here.
Okay, well, let's slot through some information. Who killed Mary? Your Mary.
Brother or sister?
Let's go with both, mate.
Chef and I had to take care of Mary ourselves. As for his sister, you and I both know that we took care of that one.
Okay. When did you go to space, mate?
Our crew's been in space now for about 3 weeks. We went around turning out the stars for Tara. I'm not entirely sure why, but it's what she asked us to do. We've been doing it. We've been doing a damn good job until you lot showed up.
And Tara, she took something from you, right? A memory.
Oh, she's been taking memories left, right and centre, mate. It intrigues me to know what you don't know that I still remember.
Suppose I can't ask you about what you remember that I don't. But I think I've got everything I need. I hand him a small vial of the poison, and I'm like, drink up, mate, it's a health potion. I'll get you home safe.
I'm going to roll insight. If you want to counter that, you can roll
Yeah, I'll roll...
stealth, persuasion, whatever you want to do there.
I'm thinking deception, probably.
That's the one that makes the most sense. I rolled an
24.
Oh, shit.
Sorry, I just actually cackled, dude. I'm like a hyena. It's so fun to kill my... Oh.
Kill your double, kill your double, kill your double.
Yeah, kill my double. That's a good way to say it.
That's what we do.
It's so fun to kill myself.
Right. Silt Hams holds the potion, looks up at you, looks down at it again, looks over to his sleeping friends, and looks back at you. I don't know why you're helping me, but if I can't trust myself, how in the hell am I going to trust anyone else? He pops the cork, throws the potion back.
As he throws it back, once I'm sure he swallowed it, I go,
Yep.
That's the issue, mate. I'm not myself anymore. I'm not Silt Rams. I'm Sprigs Gently, and don't you forget it. I slap his face and then get up and leave.
Do you do anything with Chef?
I've already poisoned Chef. I poisoned Chef. I was gonna poison Sprigs, but I need Silt, but I need to talk to him. I should poison Rucksack so that he doesn't talk, but I don't think he knows anything. So I'll pick him up and I'll start to carry him back to the ship.
He is in a locked cage, and you do not have a key to this cage.
Oh, well, I can pick locks, I think. I'm a fucking rogue. I'll use my thieves' tools to pick the lock.
Why don't you describe what happens to old Silt there, and then go ahead?
Silt would drink the poison and would just start to, like, choke. And, like, it wouldn't have happened to... it would have happened to Chef, but it would have been a lot more invisible because Chef was already unconscious. But you can see Silt, like, start to struggle against the poison because it would just start to sort of close up his throat and stop him from being able to breathe anaphylaxis style.
Yeah, I was also about to say anaphylaxis style.
Yeah, and he would probably also start to, like, turn red. Oh, wait, he's a bugbear, so it doesn't really matter. But he would swell up a bit. So you would see, if you were looking, he's swelling. His eyes might pop out a little bit. I'm going to do a Thieves' Tool check to be able to pick up Rucksack. Not very good. I'm going to guess that a 9 is not good enough to open this door.
No, it's not.
Okay. Is there any way into the cage outside of picking the lock?
No, it seems like these bars are way too strong even for you.
What can I do? What could I do?
And just like that,
sleight of hand.
Silt Hams takes his final breath and collapses, dead.
Rip nerd. Rip bozo.
I feel like this is a good time to jump back to the others, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'll think about what I can do for saving Rucksack.
I suppose I'll jump on.
Yay! Hello, Charlie. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. I was just on Twitter.
Good. Did you see my message?
The one about what I remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're in that first room. You've watched Sprigs and Chef head off.
Yeah, and as the room clears, so too does my head. And for a moment, I remember something else. I remember me and Mary actually dress shopping. And
Aww.
and it's a real cute little montage of like her coming out in like a cream colored dress, and I'm like nodding my head no, and her coming out in like a short wedding dress, and I'm like no, and then she comes out in like a beautiful wedding dress, and I'm like hell yeah. I give her the thumbs up and everything, and we're laughing and smiling about it. And then I remember us talking about a plan, and while she's in the dress, she says something like, it is expensive, but like the money we're gonna get from this far outweighs the price of the dress. And I'm sort of like, you're right. Yeah. And she's like, remember, like this is again just for the job. Like I don't love him whatsoever. And I'm like, yeah. We'll be out of this soon enough, and we'll be far richer for it. And then that sort of memory fades, and I'm just sort of standing there back in the room, and I'm like, she...
Holding that pendant open, seeing the smiling face of your sister.
And trying to decipher, because I know her quite well, if that smile is real.
It does seem to be. It seems to be a genuine smile. Like, she is happy with what she is doing. Like...
So I just sort of say out into the world again, hoping she's listening, like... It's coming back to me, Mary, and part of that means I'm not ashamed of what I did. I think, given the circumstances, he would have too. I'm glad that I killed him.
I'm gonna get you to roll perception. Hearing, not sight.
Right. So no advantage. 16?
You hear a commotion from aboard the science vessel that Quesla Malloy and Flimblorp are on.
Oh, shit. Oh, you run back.
Sorry, you said that in the voice, and I was like, wait, stage directions.
I run back to where they docked, and I get into the science machine vessel.
Is there a roll for, like, how quickly you can do that? I suppose it would just be a,
probably just like a dex.
Acrobatics or dex by itself, yeah.
Athletics,
I'm
maybe?
going to roll, because it's a time constraint thing.
Okay.
So I've rolled a 14.
Okay.
If you can beat that, then you'll get there in time.
I rolled a 9.
Well, fuck. You arrive at the ship to find the body of Quesla Malloy slumped over the control panel.
Fuck.
Flimblorp's tentacly hands wrapped around his neck. Flimblorp looks up to you.
Oh, dear.
You don't understand, but you can see that he's proud and happy to have killed his captor.
Fuck. Isn't this a little bit of irony? I look at the body and I look at his his relieved, I would say, or happy face, and I'm like, I know you can't understand me, and it probably feels good that you did that, but that complicates things quite a bit. And I wish he hadn't. And thinking about it, saying all this out loud, kind of makes me think of my own actions today, in a way. Oh, boy.
Remind me, are you able to understand their writing at all times, or is that just when you've got a certain spell on?
That is part of my warlock invocation, and I can always read all writing.
In that case, he scribbles down, I'm sorry, but I had to. I couldn't risk him coming back to my homeworld and killing millions.
I nod.
Then
I place a hand on his shoulder, something like that, and I just give him a knowing look. I'm not gonna be mad at him for something I just did too. So I sit down next to him, sort of just put my arm around him, and just sort of like live in the moment, you know?
Yeah. Very nice. He kind of sits down next to you, looks over to Quisla, and although it doesn't sound like it, it sounds more like a gargle. You can tell he lets out a large sigh of relief.
Must be nice to know what he did is right.
Because you still have that feeling where you don't know if you just did the right thing or not. You're still not 100% sure.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get you to jump off and back to Lucy. Hello,
Me?
Lucy.
Me?
Hello. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Oh, so
I'm
much
glad
has
to
happened.
Be here.
Yeah,
I'm
it's good
so
to have you here.
nervous.
Yeah, things have happened.
I actually feel like I'm on a talk show right now.
Well, what are you here to promote today? Do you have a new book or a podcast you're releasing?
So I've written this book called Here for a Good Time, and I wrote it under my pen name Chris Parker, and my pen photo of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I wrote it, sure.
And the tagline is, "This is the best book I've ever read about myself, Chris Parker."
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know the one.
That's actually a quote from the real Chris Parker, but about my book. Anyway.
Yeah. Incredible. So you've got this little map. You're following it, I assume?
I'm following it to see, like, what was happening. Because I imagine Mary was quite, like, tunnel vision-y when doing this. And I could totally see
Mary
him missing
December,
things.
tunnel vision-y? No.
I can totally
that can't
see
be
him
right.
missing things and things like that. And I'm
Yeah.
also kind of, like, storming off because I'm mad at Sprigs because...
He's choosing not to reveal his secrets.
Which is, like, a fair enough move because I know, like, how difficult it is. But also, it's the consequences of his own actions.
Yep.
So I'm trying to figure out how to deal with this. Because I know I probably shouldn't tell Mary or anything. And I'm also mad because I'm like, these are my friends and they're, like, my only friends.
And if they're fighting with each other, then it's all awkward.
And
We've all been there.
And, like, I don't know, I don't want anything to ruin this, but if it stays the same, that's almost worse.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of going down the corridors, kind of looking in doorways and stuff to see if I see anything interesting.
Oh, go on, give us a perception or investigation. Do you find anything interesting?
I'm gonna go for investigation, because I got good. I got good.
Yeah, good. I hope you get good.
21.
Oh, you got good. I'm going to tell you what. What was the type of item I let Charlie choose at the very beginning that gives him really good sight? Is it an uncommon, rare, magical, something like that?
It was like a uncommon or rare magic item. I don't remember which.
Yeah. Hang on, I'll quickly ask him. Because
How about we do a random rare one? I don't get to pick.
Yeah.
We actually roll for it.
Oh, go ahead. I don't have a table or anything up in front of me, but
Give
if you want
me
to...
a second. I'll go pull my DM's guide. There is magic tables A through I, and the higher it is, the better it is. Which table should I roll on?
As in A's the best or I's the best?
I is the best.
It's a 9. That's 9 options. I'll get you to roll a D8 and we won't include I.
Okay. Oh. Magic table C. It's fine. There's still some interesting stuff. Ugh, not very interesting though. Okay, let's see.
And this is something that you managed to find in one of the rooms while on your way to where Mary said Soledad was.
A potion of superior healing.
Ooh.
Which is... How does the alphabet work? Oh, okay. 8d4 plus 8. That's really good.
Nice. Yeah, that's great. That'll come in handy.
I carry on down the hallway with my new potion in my, like, pouch where all the food and stuff is as well.
Yeah.
I get to that big room, I imagine.
Yeah, the sliding doors open, and inside you hear boo-ba, boo-ba. And there are 3 crying boo-bars and 2 rolling around in circles, unable to get up. And in front of them, the deceased and mostly splattered body of Soledad.
I kind of walk up to it with this, like, awful, morbid curiosity, mainly because my friend did this.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of looking at it, and I'm looking at these big, weird, like, adorable creatures, and I kind of near one of them, and I, like, pat it on the head, in kind of a comforting sort of deal.
And it kind of lets out, like, a weird purr noise, like it is feeling comforted, but it is still a bit cautious, obviously. That's when you look over at Soledad, and are filled with dread. You remember going up against him in your early days as a beginner chef. Before you were working coastline, restaurants and cafes, before any of this cosmos adventure of any shape and form, you remember going hand to hand with Soledad, fighting for the one you loved. And again, you start getting very little glimpses of this person you once loved and losing her to Soledad in some way.
I'm just kind of like wide-eyed staring at it because I've not had many memories come back. I don't know if I've had any memories come back, and I'm so far disconnected from my past life that, like, that deep-seated dread of, like, you know when you see someone you don't like?
Yep.
It's like that times everything.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like this pit in my stomach, and also I am so far removed from, like, the idea of loving someone that's like the love I felt is overwhelming as well.
Because in that moment you do get that, like, heart rush of, like, endorphins and feelings of love and then heartbreak and loss and everything. Pure, like, animosity towards this person, but also relief that they're gone, but you had nothing to, you know, there's just so many emotions and feelings going through your head. And Lucy, I'm gonna let you in. No, I'm not gonna let you in on a little secret. Never mind.
No, please do. I love little secrets.
No, I don't think I can reveal this one quite yet.
Okay.
However, do you want to elaborate on this competition or fight that you had with Soledad?
It's just a little more context. Did I know of them before the fight? Was I happy with my life and stuff before it? What was the situation?
I think what it was is you were still in the romance period with this person. Like, you guys were seeing each other, you were both very much into one another, and then all of a sudden, the person you were in love with pulled back and was like, I can't do this, I need to be with Soledad, I need to leave. And then you and Soledad would have come face to face at some point, and you would have challenged them. And unfortunately, you wouldn't have won back your woman.
She kind of, like, she'd, like, pulled away from me, she'd left. And I was like, can I just see you one last time? Because I don't understand, like, what's happening.
Yeah.
And we meet at, like on a beach or something, because she always loved the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
And
big fan of the coastline.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to, like, understand. I'm like, what do you have to leave? Like, do you want to leave, or, like, do you have a choice? Are you okay? And I'm, like, trying to get all these answers from her. And then Soledad would show up.
Yeah.
And I was like, you can't just, like, pick what someone's gonna do with his life. And he said, well, when you're someone like me, you can. And I'm like, I can stop you though. And he's like, you can't do anything. And I just kind of leap at him at that moment, just kind of fighting with, like, the little bit of equipment I have on me, just with like my knives and my pans, and I lose horrifically because I was not a fighter for a very long time. So, that's what would have happened, I think.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to do in this room, or do you head back?
I want to see if I can find Soledad's room, if he would have had like an office or something.
So you want to keep exploring?
Yeah.
Correct. In that case, I think I might bring everyone back and we'll continue from there.
Shallow?
Hello.
Hello.
So all three of you had split up. You all just had your own little adventures. All of them were a bit more chaotic than any of us were expecting, I think.
Mine wasn't that chaotic.
Mine did exactly what I wanted, to be honest. I had one thing that didn't go quite to plan.
But none of you have returned back to that holding room. You're still split up. Tom, we're going to jump back over to you. What's your next step?
I guess I'd be looking for keys on... Because, I'm looking for a jailer boober, right?
Yeah.
So... Yeah, I'd be looking for someone who has keys so that I can take them and unlock the cell. Or I'd be looking for keys on a wall or something like that. That's my plan right now.
Yeah, I guess that sounds like an investigation to me.
Yeah. Or maybe perception?
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, 24, Troy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, up on the wall, just to the left of the cage. You're surprised you didn't spot them earlier, but there is a key ring with large keys. And having rolled so well, you can spot that one of the keys has the letter D on it, and the cage that you're standing in front of is cage D.
Cool. I will open the cell.
Yeah, the cage door swings open. There's no movement inside the cell.
Is Tom Collins pulling a Lucy Jones and
No.
just letting people out of prison?
I also have a
he's
question.
really not. Sure thing.
Why do the booba have Arabic letters?
They don't necessarily.
There's been some discussion about whether or not it's a Boobar ship as well.
Isn't it shaped like a booba with wings?
Coincidence.
I'd also like to say, just because it looks like a D doesn't mean it is a D. Also, is a D the Arabic alphabet? Is that what you said?
Yeah, right?
Isn't it Latin?
We learn
know
Arabic
numbers?
numbers, Charlie, at alphabet, I think.
Oh, yeah, I was wrong, definitely.
Definitely an issue with the cultures and not with the inconsistency of my sci-fi story.
Huh?
I'm
Never.
gonna check the pulses of
Oh,
other
yeah,
Silt
no.
and other chef.
Yeah, no.
Are they
Yeah, no. They're not there.
cool? They're gone. Sweet. So I will pick up rucksack.
Yep.
Wait, we're dead.
Dead.
We're
Welcome.
dead.
I will carry rucksack back to the ship, and I'm heading back to the ship, and that's me done. I have nothing
Nice.
else I want to do. I don't want to let any boobers out of prison because
No.
fuck knows why they're there. I can't speak their
Committing
language,
round
and
crime.
I cannot be bothered communicating with a society that can only say booba.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You head back.
And I'm carrying rucksack, and I kind of like try to shake him awake before we get there, but I don't know if that would work.
Nah, nothing happens.
Cool.
Jumping over to Charlie.
Hiya.
Hey.
I'm just gonna, after we've had our moment,
Yeah. And it is a tender moment. Like, it is
Yeah.
heartfelt and nice.
yeah, I give him a little smile, I stand up, pat his head, and I get to searching the body. I'm looking for keys for the ship, and any other things that might be helpful.
Do you find the keys? Yep. they're
What?
all the keys are in the control
What
panel.
the
Everything's
fuck?
as meant to be.
Yeah.
You don't find anything interesting on Quezler, unfortunately, because the main thing on him was the short distance teleporter, and
Right.
you've already got that.
Yeah.
What the
Cool.
fuck? Charlie! Thank you for listening. You can find us at Season Quest Pod on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Now, we won't have an episode next week because scheduling is hard, but we've got a fun little treat for you to listen to, and we will see you the week after that with more Cosmos. Later!